Hey guys, it's Gadget, and the date is November 26, 2016. It's after Thanksgiving, and like I said, I have been disappeared for a week because this is a week of hell for me. Doesn't help that 19 years ago I had to bury my grandfather at Thanksgiving. Okay, fine and great. So, what's been going on since I disappeared? Well, let's see. For all of those in the UK, including Luke Rich, told you, I have rabbit ears. These are rabbit ears. These are cat ears. Wabbit ears, kitty ears, witty ears. Okay? Okay, Luke? There's a difference. Alright? Look, I can even make this go a little bit so you can see them better. There we go. How's that? See? Wabbit ears. Cat ears. And this is what we're going to talk about. Perception and game and how people like to, how do I put the word? Misinterpret images. No, thank you. And use them against people to make people think they know what's going on and think of all this other stuff. Now, like I said, this past week has not been a good week for me. Also, a lot of my friends have lost loved ones, including their dads, their grandmas, their moms, everything, to cancer, to old age, to whatever. And it's not fair. And if I cry during this, I have all right to cry. Because too many things have been going on in my life, and it's not fair that people have to manipulate and be stupid because they're trying to prove a point. And this is where I hate people. Okay? I was talking about on my live feeds. And if you see the wonderful friend behind me, that's Felix. Okay? I don't know if Felix can work because it's too late at night for Felix to be working. You know? It is probably too late at night for Felix to be working because it's only 6:52, but it's late. Alright? So what I was talking about on my live feeds was about how people have to start, because 2016 has been horrible to everybody, has to start thinking about what they do to cause problems. Now, I sat back and I dealt with things and stuff, and I said, I know what I did and owned up to and everything. But he was wrong in everything that he did because his friends should not be bullying me. And I'll give you a good example. Christopher went to school with two guys, Alex Baker and Luke Rich. Alex Baker and his future wife, Kim, came to New York. They didn't have to meet me, but they did, and found him a very good person. Excuse me. Could you? My cat is in the way, excuse me. I should have gotten these before. Entertain them, Felix. Tissues. Okay? And the reason my place looks like this is because I'm taking everything apart that I couldn't fix before because of knee injuries, being in a cast for 9 months, all this other stuff, getting my leg back and everything to walk on and stuff, okay? So, sorry that I'm crying, like I said, because 19 years ago and all the other stuff, and my friends' deaths and the families and everything, just, you know? So, guys, okay. So, basically, this whole week, like I said, was trying we could just deal with everything, not deal with people, just do some live feeds on Facebook and everything. But it didn't help that Christopher's friends still kept the bullying up and the lies and all the other stuff. And the two-facing and everything. Even to the point where my friend's whatever cousin, whoever played Christopher's ass, Samantha, someone called pretending, this is where I wanted to tell you guys, someone called pretending with a fake Spanish accent, trying to be a New York Spanish girl, okay? Because the guys out in the UK, I found out, only wanted her around Christopher because she had money. That's right, she had money. Okay? So I'm sitting here going like, what the hell do I do? What's going on? All this other stuff and everything, right? And basically all this thing, right? So they're calling me saying that Samantha's going to see him and all this other stuff and everything, right? Now, no one has my house phone number except for Christopher. So right then I knew something was up. Plus, Samantha's from Pennsylvania. And they don't say, hey, mummy. It's either hey, mommy or hey, mama. Not mummy like you say mum in England. Okay? Coming out and out of the fake Spanish accent and everything and stuff, telling me she's going to take his virginity, all this other stuff and everything, blah, 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 and everything, right? Okay, fine and great. The other day, get woken up at 8:35 in the morning to a phone call saying that Christopher's here in Florida or on the plane or something, because I was half asleep, right? Telling me that he's going to go see his first love, his real love and everything, and I'm like, what? The nightclub got shut down. I mean, he, right? And if he's gonna, all right, so I hung up the phone. 2.5 hours later, almost 2 hours and some change later, Samantha landed in England. Conveniently. I was like, okay, whatever, right? I told Samantha in her fake Spanish New York accent when she's supposed to be from Pennsylvania, you just missed him. Someone told me he's in Florida. Hung up the phone. Okay, so that was my week of dealing with bullies and everything else, right? Now, I think someone's trying to set people up again because I didn't tell my friend I was intercepted with a phone call before she showed me something, which means I know Christopher is setting my friend up as well as trying to set me up and everything, or vice versa, or however it is, because someone called me saying Christopher's going to try to pull something on you. He's going to try to make you go like whatever and everything. You don't know who this is, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, person hung up the phone on me. 5 seconds later, my friend shows me a picture. Now, I don't know who's playing who's playing what games or anything and stuff, but here is the best part about everything. This is why I wanted to talk about Alex and Luke. Alex did not have to see me in New York and everything, right? But he did, and his wife and everybody, they love me, right? Now, here comes Luke Rich, who is a jackass, because if you were as decent a person as Alex Baker and had the morals and the common sense as Alex, you would have said, hey, my buddy's got this girl and everything. Let me go meet her and find out she's a really cool person and everything. Not say to every one of my friends and to him that I'm worthless, I'm no good, I'm comedy gold, when you can't even tell rabbit ears from, where are they? Cat ears. Okay, where are the other ones too? I think I have the other ones wrapped up somewhere. Where did I put them? Where did I put the other ones? Because that is just sad that your perception is so screwed, just like your little buddy, All right? So, if you guys are planning any games or anything trying to do that, just remember, I work in the industry of film and television. I also know when people doctor photos, steal photos, or when they're staging photos, all right? As well as video vlogs and everything else. I know what fake tears are. I know what real tears are. That's why my friends know I'm crying in this, because they know what triggers my real tears and what doesn't trigger my tears, all right? What triggers my tears is when I've been hurt. Hurt by people's selfish acts and narcissistic tendencies. Okay? So all this week, I have been dealing with sadness from my friends that I can't go see them and give them a hug because they lost family members. See? Here are the tears. Okay? I'm also upset because this is the saddest thing. And this is sad for Christopher. If he has to stoop to this level to manipulate his friends, to thinking that they're manipulating the situation by bullying me and stuff, and dealing with the fact that he has people that cannot perceive the right form of perception based on the fact that these are rabbit ears and not, like he said, that he thought that these were rabbit ears. Okay? Even my little shiny, I was trying to find where I put the shiny ones. Because like I said, he would rather deal with people whose perceptions are so skewed, who want to self-harm themselves and all this other stuff, thinking that I'm not appropriate for them because I put them in their place. I told them that life, you don't do that. You don't go to violence. You don't go. Why? Because I discipline some of your friends. They don't like that. Why? Because I'm not Miss Moneybags like Samantha was, or I'm not. It doesn't work that way with life. But it also doesn't help the fact that if you were with somebody while you were with me, that's not fair to them, and it's not fair to me. That just shows you betrayed me and disrespected me. But at the same time, if you're setting this up to see if you can get tears out of me, these tears are not because of that. These tears are because I'm frustrated with you and your friends for perpetrating these lies and deceits to make drama and everything. And yes, your ass got played, but it shouldn't be blamed on me. I gave you up because you gave me up a long time ago. Actually, you threw me away. Because all I was a play toy. If you couldn't even tell your friends about me, what was I then? Do you understand that? And I don't want that happening to any other person. That's why I go to these videos. And right now, my friend is going nuts with her family, and she can't get the letter from Samantha because when Samantha found out what the hell was going on, she rewrote the whole damn thing I was told. So all I know is I'm at the mercy of my friend and her antics and everything with Samantha. But I do not want to be accused of anything happening with Samantha or anything. I don't want Christopher to keep telling lies about things, trying to think he's setting people up. You know, this is a joke and everything. Okay? Because if he is that way and he can't tell fantasy from reality, that he gets played by somebody and I'm the cause, that's not, no. That's your own fault. That's your fault. Because you can't admit to yourself that you did wrong to me. You betrayed me. You caused this situation. Because I let you get away with it for a while and everything. So this is where it's going to stop. This is where it's going to end. All right? Right now, my friend, I don't know what the hell's wrong with her doing her things and anything like that. Because one minute she's ready to talk to me, next minute chaos happens. That happens when you have a family. Okay, fine and great. Yeah. But not at the cost of me getting phone calls and everything else. Because her cousin wants to delay this and everything. Christopher wants to play games with everything. And I'm sitting here trying to get my life back together, showing people the difference between wabbit ears and kitty cat ears. Because if they were truly Christopher's friends and Christopher truly was a human being, he wouldn't have done what he did to me and lied to his parents and lied to everybody else. And that's a betrayal. He betrayed me. And I will try to find a way to send this link to his father, send his mother this link. Heck, if he wants to play it for them, play it. Because I have nothing wrong with his parents. I love them. But if anyone partaked in his betrayal and lies to save his ass, 3 by 3 by 3, what you do to me will happen to thee. And let's see. Category 4 hurricane hits Florida. Meteorite almost crashes into Florida. London goes dark. They can't figure out why it went dark. Potholes. Floods that are more often. What else? Him pretending to be on a date. As people have called me every 5 seconds telling me, look, he's on a date. Look, he's on a date. Or he's dating somebody. He's this. That just tells me he's pond scum, because that means that if he dated somebody right after this, he already had her in his back pocket. Which meant that he was cheating on me. Or cheating on her with me. Which does not look good in his favor. Goes against him. Now, if this is all a game he portrayed because he thinks that I am that gullible, he has forgotten about all my exes. Starting with the one that would push me down the flight of stairs and hit me and beat me. Starting with the one who, listen to this one, was, let's see, told my business all around Babies R Us. And played me with another girl who the guy played too with because he was pretending to be my friend and everything. Okay, the quatrain one, that was the Babies R Us quatrain. Then you have the one that played me, his friend who liked me, but then a few years later, when I was working at Suncoast, sort of asked me out and everything and stuff. Then asked me re-out. Then he asked me to marry him. Then I found out he would, from the girl's boyfriend, we found him and his best friend in bed together because he was using me to get back at her, to get her back into his life. Okay? Then you had, let's see, then you had some couple one-night stands, everything like that. Then you had Maddie, who basically was a rebound because he was coming from a rebound. During that time, before that, I was with, there was someone who found me when I was working at the bar and went to high school with me, same as Maddie and all that stuff, but Maddie was after this one played me for an 84-year-old. Let's see what else. That was the bus driver that played me with the 84-year-old and lied and everything, and still lies to this day to everybody about what happened. Maddie got married after a while and everything, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, you had a few one-night stands here and there. People that 3 months, right? Then you had Howard, who played me because he wanted just friends with benefits and everything, but then didn't tell me he wanted another girl. Nope, sorry, no. Then there was a few one-night stands there and everything. Who else did I leave out? There was a few others. Then you had the few that said I was their last girl because they wanted a guy. Then you had Joey from England. Then you had Robert from England. There was Kevin from England, but Kevin admitted that he wanted to be with me, but he couldn't because of the kids. Then you had, let's see. I'm not a stranger to England, by the way, guys. There's a lot of guys that did ask me out, by the way. Blah, blah, blah. So basically, I'm used to being lied to, deceived, betrayed, and everything else, right? Christopher has not done what anybody else has done to me, but he has broken a promise to a Wiccan, even the one that says he would not break any more promises to me. Now, if he has to do this elaborate show just to save face with his friends and to try to see if it gets my goat, this is where I'm frustrated with him. Because if you have to stoop to this type of betrayal, stupidity, and games, you're not a 33-year-old adult. You're a 5-year-old child who's spoiled rotten to the core. You are a spoiled brat. Because that's not fair to me. That never was. Never was. That you would rather have your friends basically bully me to get rid of me. That's not right. That's not what a human being does to somebody else. You would throw away 3 years worth you want to throw away 3 years worth of friendship. Heck, you threw it away all the time during those 3 years. Why? Because you like drama? You like to see me cry? You can't be the hero that comes in and rescues me every time. And you can't do what you did to me and lie to people about what you did. Because I have all the proof here. My life is on videotape. I have all the proof. I have all the Skypes. I have everything from Facebook, OkCupid. And to have your OkCupid still open while you were doing all this? Come on. Who else are you fooling? Alright? I'm sick of this. All because you jumped the gun, you did whatever, you lied, you used me for Alex and Kim's wedding? No. It doesn't work that way. You don't do that to somebody. You don't get rid of them before they show up out there and then think you could change your own mind when you didn't even get to know the person. You don't do that. You've been doing that as a friend to me. And then to find out you didn't even want me as a friend because your friend's writings and travels come first, then what was I? I was your toy. I was entertainment for your friends because they thought I was some dumb blonde that could be manipulated. No. I loved you. I cared about you. I didn't want to see you hurt anymore because of all the times you've cried and called me on my stupid phones and Skypes and everything. But I see that goes on deaf ears, that you have no soul. You have no morals. You have no conscience. You are just a narcissistic, sadistic, just like my family. Who would rather see me look like this on camera than fix what you broke and lied about to your friends because it makes you have more fun. And if Luke says anything about the way I look like this, that means he's a cold-hearted bastard too who has no morals. And if his child ever has anything like this happen to her or him, I pray that he wises up and learns what he did to me will happen to his child too. And anyone else in his life who's been betrayed by someone they care about. This is not fun and games. This is someone's life, heart, and everything. And all you guys did to me was belittle me and hurt me. You guys need to stop it. And I'm sending this to his mother. I will find a way to send the link. I will find a way to make his father see this. Because I am sick and tired. I did not want to give him up. I had to give him up. Because he was lying too much about me. He will never tell the truth. He would rather hurt me and play games and listen to all of you. I love it. Josh, oh, I'm not perfect for Christopher? What are you? You wanted to date him? Go date him. Come out of the closet. Every one of you who let him come out of the closet too or whatever. I don't care what is wrong with people. I want to know what's wrong with all of you. That you had to make my life a living hell. I already live in hell. All because of selfish, lying, double-talking bastards of friends you have.
who tell me one thing, tell somebody else another, and and tell you one thing, and then you manipulate them all. You all are caught. And this is what I say to you guys tonight. I don't know who the fuck Samantha is. I don't care who the fuck Samantha is. I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to even hear anything about her. I don't want to be blamed for her or anything. All I know is Christopher lied. My lawyer saw everything and everything else. And he couldn't tell fantasy from reality. And that hurt. That they would rather have someone like Samantha in his life. And that's funny, Luke. Samantha wasn't a local girl. What made me so special that you guys love me so much to bully me? What made me so special that, Luke, you like to joke about me every 5 seconds? Like it's nothing to you. So is that how you're going to treat your wife? Or anybody else that comes around you? Your family members? Your sister? Your mom? Your dad? Did they bring you up that way to when someone is pointing out the fact that you're wrong and you didn't get to know somebody? That they're comedy gold, that they're wearing rabbit ears when they're wearing cat ears, and these are rabbit ears and these are cat ears? That your perception of the world is so skewed that you would rather him be with a local girl, but yet Samantha, who wasn't a local girl, played his ass and everything, and she's okay for him? Where are all your fucking priorities, people? I am not depressed. I'm not with him. This all came about because this is the thing. You guys bullied me. You brought me back into the drama. I will not go down without a fight. I will not be slandered, nor will I let him be slandered. That's the difference. What a friend does. No matter how much you guys hurt me, no matter how much you guys want to destroy me, I don't want to see him destroyed. But at this point now, let him get destroyed. If he wants to play these games of like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Oh, right? No. He has to live with his own guilt. And if he can't do that because he has no morals or no nothing, then he's a narcissistic, sadistic person like my mother and everybody else who has no feelings towards me whatsoever and just wanted to use me for a game. But if he has an ounce of sorrow in his body, he knows how to fix it. He knows how to do it. And I don't blame his parents. I don't. He's a 33-year-old. I don't care if he has Asperger's or anything, if the parents are telling me the truth or if anybody's telling me. I don't care. Because if he's that way and wants to be like that, that's all power to him. There's a difference. I can't leave my dwellings because I have responsibilities. I don't live at home with mommy and daddy. I have to take care of an apartment, feed a cat, work, and I don't have time to have fun. Because that's what responsibility is when you have to pay your bills. He sits at home in his chair watching these podcasts, watching my friends and everything, okay? And having his parents pay his way while he sits upstairs and plays video games and they buy him the video games. Do you know what my father would have done if he was his son? Get your ass up and get a fucking job because I am not paying for that. Do you understand how I have all this stuff here? It's because I have a job. The only thing my dad will help me is with the rent or bills because that's a necessity, not a luxury. And guess what? His little ass sitting there, he's getting all the luxuries he wants because he doesn't know what it is to be an adult. My father charged me $75 rent when I was living with them because I had to put stuff in storage because I ran out of room. But that was my rent to teach me a lesson. I had to buy my own food unless there was something they could share with the family when I was living there. I had to make sure I paid my own bills, everything. But when my mother had her breakdown and everything, and all the other stuff, and my sister with her ways and everything and stuff, that they wanted to keep me at arm's length, bully me, everything else and stuff like that, being the narcissistic people they are, and they will never admit it, I was out of that apartment. I was kicked out. The police had to come and everything. They saw how I was living, how I was being abused, and they took me out of there. But I got stuck with my sisters. I almost was free. And then she used me as a slave. I had to do her dishes, do everything else because I was staying with her. Okay? And then my father puts me here because they have to keep me at arm's length. Arm's length. Okay? And then I get stuck in a job that I can't get full-time because there are no jobs out here. You have to take state tests. And then they say if you don't match the criteria, if you don't do this, there's no jobs. But I was lucky to get this job for the last 10 years. And yes, I have to do things and stuff. But that's the thing. I have responsibilities. He has none. He lost his job over 2 years ago. Okay? I should not be being blamed. Also, like I said, if you're all fearful of the book, don't worry about the book. Okay? Don't worry about the book. Because I've already told you what happened on the trip. He sat in his chair, he hid in his room. If he wanted me to be his girlfriend, he would have gotten close to me. But he was scared to. Because either, like everyone told me when I came back, there was another girl, he's gay, he's bi, he's whatever. Okay? But you know what? Here's the difference. I went one ear and out the other with my friends. He didn't. Oh, she's a bitch. She's a crazy bitch. She's not good for you. She caused this. She caused that. And it went in his head. And he manipulated you guys as well as you manipulated him. Because think about it. You guys are paying your phone bills to call me and bully me. Okay? You guys are the ones filling me in on what Christopher is doing and everything. But yet, where are you getting that information from? The master himself. Voldemort himself. You know? The Sith Lord himself. Okay? Do you understand? Light and dark. Okay? Rabbit ears. Cat ears. I guess not. Because just like some of Christopher's friends who thought they knew everything in the whole story about me and Christopher, found out that the little bastard was lying through his fucking teeth. And that's why they're falling out. So here's my thing. I believe in karma and I believe it'll be a bitch. And don't play any games with me because I know where he is half the time. All right? Because it doesn't help when a lot of my friends go to conventions and they spot him and they purposely take a picture. Like I know he's in Manchester because he follows this one girl around. Okay? This one artist who, by the way, is a very good artist and everything. I also know he likes to go to this other convention because he's always told me about them. You know? But you got to remember, I have friends who go to England, who go to places that work in the industry, who have called me up and said, "Is this your ex-boyfriend?" That's why I said, doesn't have to only be his friends who want to know, you know? I get information from other people because they don't like what Christopher has done to me. They don't like the fact that he has to play games. They don't like the fact that you guys have to bully me when you don't know me. So guys, here's the thing. I've had to deal with, for 19 years, a nastiest Thanksgiving because I had to bury a grandfather 19 years ago from a heart attack. But you know what the funny part about it was? I sat in that chair that my grandfather sat in, and guess what was in that chair? My cousin Michael's Harry Potter book. Because I wasn't really going to get into the series because I felt it was for younger children. And I read it. I sat there and read it. That's my memory of my grandpa. My grandfather's death got me to read Harry Potter. And that's how I got into the series. Because I was done crying that day. And everybody else was crying. And I needed something to distract me. And when I read it, it was like, I have to get my own copies. I have to get whatever. Because it was really good. And this is why I did not want to go on camera this whole week. because I thought I wasn't going to cry. But to have more phone calls, more people spreading more rumors and lies, hearing my friends losing their family members, hearing my friends of friends lose their family members, people I worked with in the industry dying, people I knew from the industry, their families. I can't take 2016 anymore. I'm tired of people using me for selfish reasons. And the best part was this morning. My idiot big brother from college and everything calls me. He's a cop and everything. And he plays with so many girls. He plays the field. He plays whatever. And he just wouldn't help me with Christopher. He helped when he could, but he never helped. He never wanted to help. He would always want to keep me at arm's length because this is the thing about insecure people and narcissistic people and everything. They can't handle life. And when they see someone like me who can, even with all the hurt that I have been through, they either get jealous, hateful, vengeful, or want to obtain it and never let it go, or destroy it, because it shows them the side of them that they can't be. And I hate that I'm used all the time and abused, that no one will help me in this situation, that when people do, all of a sudden life just basically somehow gets complicated for them, that their priorities now come when they started all of this, when they started the games, they started helping, they started whoever and whatever. But when they get too far into it and they don't know how to back out, this is when I don't trust people. This is when I hate when people lie to me. This is when I hate when people deceive me. Yeah, Christopher got his ass played. But was it reality or was it fantasy? No one will ever know, because I don't know the whole story. All I know is that I had people calling me saying, make him stop crying. Make him stop. It's not my responsibility anymore. I was never in his life. I was never part of it. He would lie to everybody all the time. He lied to Sam and David. He lied to Luke. He lied to everybody else. He lied to everybody. And he manipulated them the way they manipulated him because, like I said, who's calling me? Not him. His friends. Who's pretending to be Samantha? His friends. Who's pretending to do whatever? His friends. Who thinks I'm not worth it for him because they don't even know me? All because I corrected a situation with them because they asked me for help and they didn't like my answer. His friends. Why doesn't his friends grow up? Oh, right, that's right. They're only in their teens and 20s. I'm in my 40s. I'm also 7 years older than Christopher. I've also had a harder life than he has. And I don't do out in the UK what they do, you know? The UK loves to say, oh, that's okay. Pat it on the back, whatever, and everything, right? Yeah, right? Let's hurt everybody's feelings. Let's do whatever. Let's manipulate. Let's play games. Let's see what we see on TV and stuff. Real life is not TV. That's fantasy. And I don't live in the fantasy world. What I'm doing with Skype and this is what they used to do back in the days when they used to do correspondence and letters. Or did everybody forget that? Or wait, they don't teach that anymore because everyone's dumb as a doornail because this stuff matters more than a human being. You could have someone pretend to be someone in here and you'll believe that more than the person that's a human being. Fantasy and reality. All right. Who really is in reality? Who really is in fantasy? Because if you guys are taking this much effort to love me this much, to do what you're doing to me, like the bully hotline said, that means he hasn't let me go. And here's the difference. I am not like those little kids out there who are so depressed when they're not with anybody, who are so whatever. No. You don't understand that. What's left here in New York City, and I live in New York City, is only LGBT, okay? LGBT, divorcees who want a babysitter for their kids, children who I am not at the cougar stage yet. I'm only a lioness. Because trust me, I can have 20-year-olds if I wanted to, and I don't do that. I had a 22-year-old hit on me the other day. Who wants to also beat up Christopher, by the way. Okay? Because when people find out what Christopher did to me, and what my family has done to me, they're like, oh, hell no. When my friends find out the whole story, they're like, that lying little bastard. He promised he wasn't going to do. I said, thank you. But to have other people lie and manipulate because they are jealous, envious, and hateful of what I had with him and what I was doing with him, they can keep him. You can all do that. Okay? I took biopsychology. I watch people's patterns. I'm a psychic. I'm this, you know? There is so much more to me that people don't want to see because they're jealous of it. Because they can't obtain it. They can't do it. And trust me, I've come across that. My mother's jealous of me. My sister is jealous of me, and they will not admit it. Because I got to do things they only thought they could do or they feared. I didn't care if I failed. That's why it doesn't bother me when I date. What bothers me is when you manipulate and lie about things. That's why I'm upset with him. And that is why I'm upset with all of them, because they took it upon themselves to fake being Samantha. They took it upon themselves to fake being all the people in this. If you have to dilute yourself to believe that someone is out there, or manipulate friends to manipulate me, try to manipulate me, by the way, to get me upset, it doesn't work that way. These tears are from frustration, hate, because you think you know me. These are tears of disappointment from the betrayal that Christopher Graham John Fuel has done to me. Okay? I'm stuttering right now because I'm upset. But to have Luke Rich say I'm comedy gold, a bitch, wanted to rip me a new one. He has no morals. He has no moral compass. And I fear for his wife. And I fear for any children he has, because if this happens to them, what is he going to do? The same thing he's doing to me? Bully them? Or talk with his child? Is he going to hit his child? Rip her a new one because she didn't listen to him? Same with his wife? The actions you put towards me show what you are like in your real life. I have never done harm to Christopher, nor to anybody else. But yet, all your actions towards me were harm, hateful, envious, jealous, vengeful, disrespectful, betrayals, and everything. All because of what? That I could get to him and change him? I didn't change him. He changed himself. I just showed him a different side of things. And I should not be blamed for that. I should not be blamed I don't have money. I should not be blamed for anything that happens after that point that I let him go. Because I could not take your lies and everything else that you were doing and manipulations. And that goes for Christopher, that goes for Luke, Josh, Anthony, Rachel, Gwen, Carrie Ad, and trust me on all of you guys. I know what was said and I know what was done. Okay? I may have some screenshots, but I also know what was said. Okay? I am sick and tired of this. I never had any wars with you. I wanted to talk with you guys. But you all wanted to play this game. I don't fucking care if Carrie had a crush on him. I don't fucking care if they went out and kissed and everything and stuff. I don't care. Gwen, I don't care if you wanted him and keep all your pictures of him. I don't care. I have my pictures of him. But I wouldn't post them when I'm not dating him on my front page as the saying I'm the girlfriend. I only started that when I was the girlfriend, and then I got people calling me to tell me I stole those. No, that doesn't work that way. Or how about Rika when she said, forget New York and Florida, comma, hit Texas, comma, the mentally ill live there. All because of a comment I made to him. Or when Ruth wanted to punch me because he didn't say my name, but he said because someone saw him in a coffin. All right? I had a nightmare and a vision that I wanted him to talk about. But you know what he did? He didn't want to hear it. He lied to me again. That's when he met Jessica F. Stone while he was lying to me. He had to get rid of me because he wanted to ask her out. I know the games. I've been played before. He pulled everything every ex has ever done to me. But the one thing I hoped and prayed was the fact that he was growing up and he learned his lessons. But he didn't. He doesn't know what the fuck he wants, but he wants to destroy me because I know the truth. And if you guys think that's delusional and that's whatever, and I'm talking out of my hat, fine and great, that's your own opinion. But I know what went on between me and Christopher. And if he lies one more time or tries to manipulate the situation to make me think I'm, you know, or make you guys think, that doesn't work in his favor. Because karma will be a bitch. Because trust me, after what he pulled on me, he's lucky his video game system is working. Because I was so tempted. You don't understand. The night he broke my heart, telling me that I didn't matter, that I was used for the wedding, that his writings, travels, and friends come first. There were two things I could have done. Besides, break down in front of him and cry. Because I held my own as best I could, but I broke down because I said I wanted to go home. And he knows for me to want to come back here, he fucked up. That PlayStation of his, or whatever that game system is, would have been ripped out of the thing. I would have paid his parents for a new one, or paid for the damage, whatever damage it was. I would have paid for it. I would have begged my dad. I would have paid for it. And I would have thrown it out the window and let the cars run over it. That's how pissed I was. But I said, no, I'm not going to go that route. Because he would rather live in a virtual reality world and lie to me than tell me the truth that he didn't want me around even the day he met. Like I said, when he said his past came back to haunt him, I should have hung up the phone and never picked it up after those. He called my cell phone 4 times, my original phone. He called my house phone. Okay? He's the one that wanted this. I could care fucking less. Because he's just a guy who I thought was different, who wasn't like my exes, who promised me that he wasn't going to break any more promises to me, that he wasn't going to let his friends bully me, that he was going to find out once and for all what everything was. What I didn't expect was someone to hide in their room, lie, cheat, and I mean cheat me out of friendship and being a girlfriend. Why? To be fair to other people? That doesn't work that way. You're lying to your friends about what happened. Yes, I busted us back to single. But you're lying to your friends about what happened and why that happened. Because 5 days before the trip, you disappeared. You were all happy for me to be out there. You couldn't wait for me to be out there. And then you disappeared. You pulled with You pulled. You pulled what everybody has done to me. My whole freaking life. And I hate you. And I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. But I can't hate you. Because that would be negative energy on me. And I can't. Because of your stupidity. Your betrayal. And if you have no moral conscience after this, because you want to play some game, because you want drama, everybody feels sorry for you, that's where it's wrong, buddy. That's where it's wrong. As what did Samantha call you, my prince? Didn't think I knew about that one either, huh? No more are your friends gonna hurt me. No more are you going to play these games to see if it would make drama. Because this is not drama for missing you. This is not drama for not being your girlfriend. This is not drama for anything. This is frustration because you are now going to be put in your place. Because if you do this to any other person, or if your friends do this to any other people, this is going on blast because, like I said, my life has been documented since 2012. And it's going to stay documented. I don't care who sees this because guess what? I love myself. I know who I am. And you've always said that. I own up to my faults. I will take the blame for anything. I will do whatever. But when 100 people, and then Luke, and then all those other ones have to lie and manipulate and be bullies, that doesn't work. Grow the fuck up. And if you think this is so much fun to play these games on me, that you want to see me cry and everything, thinking that you won, you didn't win. Because if you actually have some love for me, or care about me the way you said you cared about me, just wait. Because the book is done. And everything you said to me on that trip is in that book. Everything. Every quote, everything you said to me is in that book. Everything you told people as we were walking. Stuff that I was trying to not make you look like an ass. But guess what? That's my life story. I didn't have a video camera with me because I wanted to take in the fact. Not be one of those ones that are like, oh, look, I'm at the Abbey. Oh, look at him at this, right? I don't live by this. This is a toy. This is a toy. It's a mini computer. It's a toy. I have the great-grandfathers of this thing sitting up there on my shelf, all right? It's a toy. This does not give you life. This does not give you love. This does not give you sustenance. That's what I do. But you would rather live in one of these fantasy worlds. Can't tell who is real and who is fake. Get your heart broken. Now you know how I felt. Christopher Graham John Fuel. Boy, when Samantha played your ass. That pain you felt, that was the night that when you told me that your friends' writings and travels come first. And when you did what you did to me, karma is a fucking bitch. Okay? How did that feel? Or was that an act two, like everything else for people that you do? Oh, look at that, that rhymed. So I will tell you this right now, and this message is for his parents. Angela and Graham, forgive me for what I have just said before, but that is directed at your son and his friends. Since I know that you consider him an adult, and you don't want to get involved in his situations and everything, I also am apologizing for calling the police to your house, because after 3 years of being bullied, enough was enough. Okay? He had every opportunity to tell the truth to people and to make everybody understand that I am not the bad guy here. But clearly he does not know the difference between fantasy and reality. I miss the two of you. I loved being out there, and I am very sorry for what's been going on between me and him. But this all started when someone tried to slander me and him, as well as the fact to find out that he has enough jealous, hateful, and vengeful people around him that will sustain whatever he wants. I just don't like the fact that I have to be the scapegoat and be bullied because he didn't like what happened and that I couldn't be controlled or manipulated. The fact that I busted us back to single because he did not want to work at it. The fact that he left me alone on that whole trip. When you asked me, Graham, was he being a good host? No, Graham, he was not being a good host. He wanted me out there and then disappears. And then when you go into the hospital, just turns into a vegetable and sits in that chair of his, ignoring me the whole trip. And his people on the podcast came first. Angel, Jessica, the other Alex, anyone else, Tim, all those that were on, Steven, all on the podcast that never happened that night while his mom was out. Left me downstairs to fend for myself. What trip was I on? It was just being like on Skype or being here on this camera. So, Angela and Graham, I am very sorry for this. I did not want this to happen. I love your son, but I did not want to have to hear about everything from Gwen to Carriad through Lucy, all this other stuff, and to tell me that I didn't matter. To call me the girlfriend and then after that company and friend and whatever, because he was embarrassed to be around me. Because he didn't want to get to know me. But he will be fair to somebody else because his friends dictate how it is. I have all the proof of what Lucas said and called me and everything. And especially wanting to rip me a new one because he wants you guys, when you're gone, him with a local girl to take care of him because he claims Christopher can't take care of himself. That's not right either. This is the funny part. If he went to school with Alex Baker and Luke Rich, why did Alex want to take a chance on me and find that I was a very good person, but Luke wants to just destroy me and bully me? I would ask you that. And Angela, I am so sorry for everything. I wish it was better terms. I miss you because you were more of a mother to me than my own friggin' mother. I just didn't want you to overdo it while Graham was in the hospital, taking his ass and my ass around while he was just ditching me in Cardiff for two 18-year-olds. I wanted to hop that train so bad and call you to get me home. Because that's it. There was no trip. It was just me with a bunch of heartache. Because my best friend, my boyfriend, destroyed it before it even started. But like I said, he has no remorse. He has no compassion. Because if he doesn't feel guilty about what he's done to me and all the lies he's told, then that's it. I was there for show, like my last ex, like my last boyfriends and all the other. Because people's selfish reasons. But yet Samantha was allowed to be selfish and play him and everything and like that, but that's okay. I see where everybody's priorities are. You know? But to Graham and Angela, I hope you can forgive me for everything. I didn't cause this to be mean. I didn't cause this for anything. I wanted to come back out. But how can I be when I'm the third wheel? If he ever did find somebody. Because it was clearly after I left, he wanted nothing to do with me unless it was something he wanted. Or to talk to some of my friends. But he wouldn't even stop the bullying. Because after the lawyer showed me what it was, he was the initiator of the bullying. So whatever they have on him, or he has on them, know this. I really miss you guys, and I want to see you again. But as for him, I don't know if I'll ever be able to fix it with him. It's too far gone. But it has to stop with his friends. And it has to stop with them playing games to try to see if they can get my goat. These tears are not tears because I'm broken up from him and everything. These are tears because one more person played my ass. All because I thought they were different. And these are my tears because I blame myself. Because I thought I finally found the one. And I guess not. So I did it to myself again. And that's where you guys didn't get me, because I blame myself for taking him back all those times. That's why I'm owed by the universe and him. And he has to fix this. But as you can see, it is not fixable. Because that would mean he would have to admit the truth to everyone, including his parents. And I don't think he's going to do that. He would rather hurt me more and manipulate the situation, have you guys waste your phone bills calling in the United States to play this game of I have to one-up her. Doesn't work that way, Christopher. Makes you look like an ass. And it makes me, look at that. People sympathize with me and feel bad for me and maybe will help me find somebody new. But I can't do that to somebody. Not with this heart broken. Why? To destroy them? No. If you have an ounce, or a conscience of morals and everything and stuff like that, you know how to fix this. There's a phone. There's a video. No breaking up with me, no doing this with typing. Hello, that's not how it works. That's the coward's way out. And that, you Christopher Graham John fool, I'm upset right now. You know what? Let's wipe these tears away, because that's right. I'm the brave one. I come on camera like this. Christopher Graham John Fuel, born August 20th, 1983. 33 years old. You are a coward, a fool, and a spoiled brat. With no conscience and narcissistic tendencies, stuck in a fugue state who would rather have people manipulate and hurt me than fix what you lied about and broke. All because of your selfish and willing not to change world. This is not Big Bang Theory. This is not the movies. This is not your video games. This is real life. Contrary to what Luke, who can't understand that these are rabbit ears and these are cat ears, you would rather believe. People whose perceptions are so off that none of you, not any of you, can tell fantasy from reality. And I will leave you all with that. What was fantasy, Luke, and what was reality? What happened at Swansea? What happened at all the other stuff? Was that fantasy? Was that reality? I won't know. Because as of now, my friend, I don't even talk to now because she's got so much stuff doing with her life. I don't even know if that letter from Samantha will ever be out. But I will tell you this all, and leave you again with this. Do you know what fantasy is? Do you know what reality is? Because I don't think you guys know in the UK. Think about it. What's fantasy and what's reality?